How do you make your ex miss you when you're stuck living with him? And what do you do when you've blown up a guy's phone to recover? Welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 47 and I am excited to have you here. Don't forget, I'm coming to the United States and the east coast of Australia. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, LA, New York, Miami. If you haven't got your ticket already, there's a few early bird tickets left, so make sure you hit the link in the description to grab the one from your city. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get the notifications, join the Facebook group, the link's in the description. We're having some really good discussions over there and that way you can see more of my answers. And let's get into this week's questions. We have the first question from Ella, and Ella says, "Hi Mark, my ex broke up with me recently and it's kind of a problem." I love the way she's worded that. "I would use no contact, but I live with him. How can I get him to come back to me while I live with him?" And the second question is along similar lines, and it's from Tracy. And Tracy says, "Hello, this is a complicated one." Go figure. "I would love to know how living with an ex, you can make him miss you. The catch is, I have moved in as friends after a period of time with no contact after our breakup. Currently, we have lived together for 6 months. We have both dated nobody else while living together, but have stayed only friends and been hooking up, so friends with benefits, but getting back together. So I stopped being involved intimately, thinking this was making it easy for him. $1,000,000 question is, how do I get his respect and interest back from the position of a live-in friend ex?" Could you make this any more complicated? I think we need messier situations to deal with because these are just way too simple. Now, what's the good news? Well, the good news is living with your ex, one of the important things is that you remember you want your ex to find out about all the amazing changes you've made passively. You don't want to have to go and gloat to your ex about the things you've been doing, and by living with him, naturally, he's going to see all of these things just as a function of being, right? You spend more time with your friends, you're working on yourself in the gym again, you're kicking butt in your course or at work, you're getting out of the house lots, you're having fun, you're enjoying life, right? And your ex is going to see all of these changes. So in this way, it's kind of advantageous. The problems. Number one, I know Tracy, you've said he hasn't hooked up with anyone. He has at some point. Likely the same with you too, Ella. You're going to have to deal with the reality that while he may not be bringing people home, he'll probably disappear for a night and you know where he is. The other issue is that the temptation will be, because you've been so emotionally entwined, to go straight back in the moment that attraction builds a little bit. In other words, the moment he starts missing you, you have kind of an emotional moment together, you're getting back on the horse of life and he's like, "Oh, I'm starting to miss her a little bit." He hasn't got heaps of the respect and heaps of the attraction back, but in a weak moment he kind of says, "Oh, I'm missing you." You say, "Yeah, missing you too." You guys end up having sex and you're kind of back to square one. So it's nice that he can find out about these changes, but you're putting yourself in a really difficult position when it comes to actually executing the positive changes in your life that you want to make and setting boundaries with your ex and keeping them as a friend. The whole point of 30 or 90 days limited contact is for you to go, did we actually break up for the right reasons? Do I actually want this person back? Maybe we broke up for a very good reason. And you've still got to be able to process those thoughts with your ex in the next room. Overall, the take-home message from these two stories has to be this. Don't move in with your ex, especially once you got out. Take that space and don't try to be friends under the same roof. Good question though. Powerful question. Powerful question. Second question tonight is from, I don't know who this is from. All I have is a photo. And she says, "I have a first date with a guy I really like, but he told me he's talking to other girls, and that's fine right now. But how do I progress to the next level of being his girlfriend? I totally blew up his phone yesterday when I got emotionally tired and bombed flirting. How do I recover?" Well, first and foremost, the question you want to ask yourself is not, how do I end up being his girlfriend? You haven't been on a date with him. It's, is this even the type of person that I'd want as a boyfriend? So this is the classic example. The woman in this case is jumping so many steps ahead. She's projecting all these relationship qualities onto someone without him actually having proven any of them. Stuck in the vision kills reciprocation, because instead of reciprocating moment to moment as the dates go on and as the guy invests, you're thinking 4 steps ahead. Or how do I get him to be my boyfriend when he probably ain't going to put in the pressure, in the effort to even be considered for that? As for how do you recover from blowing up his phone, what you want to do is separate yourself in his mind from what's happened. So this isn't easy to do. If you've sent him 14 texts and 8 missed calls, you know, he's gonna have a negative opinion of that. So what you've got to do is frame it as it not being you. This was not my best moment. This wasn't me. He needs to believe that that's not the reg, that that was just a one-off weird thing. So what I'd probably do in this case is wait 1, maybe 2 weeks and send him a text that's something like, ha ha ha, sorry about last week with the sweating, laughing emoji, was a little embarrassing, had XYZ happen that day and may or may not have taken it out on you, sorry about that, crying, laughing emoji. Something that really says, hey, fucked up here, that isn't me, I promise you. And hopefully in his mind, he goes, okay, well, she had a bad day. It only happened once though, so I can buy it. But if you keep doing it, there's no way in hell the guy is going to buy that story. Good questions today. Thank you for sending them in. Let me know your thoughts, questions, comments, etc. Put them all in the space below as you do. Get your tickets for the US and Australian tour. I really want to meet you in person, so come along to that. Join that Facebook group. As I said, the link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next Ask Mark next week. You always make me blush so hard.